Yeah, and I being the brand ambassador for Activity Connection, we like to lend our name and our brand to products that are going to make a meaningful, impactful difference to people's lives and to their caregivers' lives. And I know recently you and Nancy Ewald co-wrote a Cranium Crunches book. Tell us a little bit more about the Cranium Crunches workbooks.
Yeah, the workbook has over 100 brain exercises in it. But it begins with some background information about the brain, similar to some of the things we were just talking about, so they kind of understand the landscape. Then we have three pre-tests people do, three tests that I adapted from commonly used, well-respected tests that a neuropsychologist would use to assess memory ability, but we've made them so, a caregiver with another person could go through the pre-test. And then we have a post-test. You can look for improvement after doing this. And then the activities that it's kind of fun because we organize them over around the parts of the brain that they exercise. And so the user would learn that. So, for example, one of these activities is the letter symbol activity, where you'll have a quote or a saying, but instead of letters, there's symbols. And the user has to go up to the key, and the heart symbol stands for a T. And then they have to do a visual scan. Well, they remember heart T. I'm trying to scan for that. And every time they find a heart, they write a T. And then they go through the entire activity. Now, that might just seem like a silly game, something we made up. But what it's doing, it's exercising the ability to pay attention and concentrate. We call that executive functioning. And that's what we have found. If we improve that ability, and that would be a frontal lobe activity, then that has been shown to transfer to other activities beyond the games. So there are things like that. Another activity taps into something we've all experienced, and that's the inability to retrieve a name. Where you know somebody's name. You might even know what it starts with, but often you'll keep thinking of the wrong name. We call that the tip of the tongue effect. And by the way, just for people listening, because I know we've all experienced this, it's not predictive of any cognitive problems later. It's very normal. But we can exercise that ability. So we have something in the Cranium Crunches workbooks where they'll think of a first name A through Z. Abigail, Bill, Christine, Dolores. And then we might do male first names, female first names, A through Z, last names. And so really targeting the abilities, cognitive abilities that are a little more vulnerable with the aging process. And so you kind of go through the book and you kind of see what part of the brain you're working on at any given time.